Okay, so if you are new to my page, my name's Heather and I am the owner of Creepy Holiday Stuff. If you're interested in how I got my name, I have a few lives where I talk about it, and I believe I put it on my about page. If you're interested, because a lot of people are like, "How'd you get your name? That's crazy, Creepy Holiday Stuff." So anyway, I decided to do this video because where I live, for example, I get all of my 10-inch mesh. I have to order it from Craft Outlet because where I live at Michael's, they don't sell 10-inch. They only sell 12. So when I first started making wreaths, I would come home, I'd have everything, then I'd find out I was in a bind. I would try to do a ruffle with a 12-inch, and I was like, oh my god, it just doesn't look good. It looks good when it's a 10-inch ruffle, right? So I wanted to do this video because there's a lot of people that I'm sure has run into this where they're in a bind. And especially if you're on a fixed income, you can't just go run out and buy more. So I thought I would share some of the stuff that I've done. And I don't do it all the time. I've just had to do it a few times. And it doesn't ruin the quality of your item that you created, you know. It's a little hacks that help it out. So anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. So, and I don't know if these have been done before. I haven't seen anybody do these before. So I'm not saying that I absolutely made them up. So just to clear myself in case I'm not the one that made it. So the first thing is, for example, I was doing a Dollar Tree items only wreath, and these little 6 inches do not look good in ruffles. Look at, you know, they're just so tiny. So I was like, oh, what can I do? Well, I decided I'll turn it into a 10-inch. And the way I did that was, let me show you. So I cut the 6-inch. It was 15 inches. My thing is backwards right now, so let me see. Let me cut this 15 inches. That's a little crooked, but I'm going to do a live later on. Haven't decided which wreath I'm going to do, so I'm going to have to flip this around because it's backwards. And I'm using a different color because when I made this ruffle, I thought, oh, it looked cute with 2 different colors. So that's why I'm going to show you in the 2 different colors. Okay. Try cutting this way. There we go. So these are 2 6-inch mesh that I want to do ruffle with. But it looks silly, right? Because it's so tiny. So what I did was I measured them out to 10 inches. So they're overlapping an inch in the middle. And I just pull it forward. And I scrunch it right down the seam, just like this. And I put my pipe cleaner on it, just like this. And I have a form right here so I can show you. I'm not going to keep it in there, but you know, there you go. You got your 10-inch ruffle. You know, you can fix it and make it all nice. So that is how I turn 2 6-inch pieces of mesh into a 10-inch to do a ruffle, 10-inch ruffle. Okay, that's number 1. Now, like I said, because Michael's doesn't sell the 10-inch rolls of mesh, they only sell 12-inch. I've been in situations where it's like, oh, this just doesn't look right. So I thought, what can I do to make this look like a 10-inch ruffle? So I will show you. Measure it out. I don't know. Let's do 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's do a 20-inch. This is so awkward with my map being on backwards, the numbers. I'm not used to it. Okay. So, if you're watching, I really appreciate it if you could share my video. And if you haven't liked my page, please like. I'd love for you to join me. I do lives every Thursday and Saturday, but I also throw some in just in the mix. So, okay, here it is. And I'm going to make my ruffle like I normally do. Okay, so there is a 12-inch ruffle. So what I do is, you can do this with a pipe cleaner also, but I have these little tiny rubber bands. You can get them in any store. They're great for hair, you know, and stuff, or projects. So I take it like this, and I just cup underneath it, like so. And I grab to where it's about 1 inch. And then I take my rubber band, and I put it around it. Like that. And I usually go ahead and cut off, I need some new scissors, a big ball right there. And then you can't even see that little rubber band in there. There we go. It's kind of hard doing it in this way, reaching over. But there you go. You have your 10-inch ruffle made out of a 12-inch. That is number 2. Number 3. It's pretty much the same, similar to what I just did, but when it comes to doing rolls, if any of you have done a roll with a 12-inch roll, that just doesn't look good, right? So let me show you what I've had to do. And again, these little tips that I have done in the past do not affect the quality of, you know, your item that you've made. It just helps it out. So just roll it right up, fold it over, and of course that 12-inch is pretty long. You know, it doesn't look that great when you put it in. You know, you put it in here. It's just too tall, right? So what I have done, when in a bind, I pinch about 1 inch, just like I did when I was doing the ruffle. And I put my little rubber band, or you can use a pipe cleaner, and then I cut this little piece off right there. And pop it in here. And there you go. You have your 10-inch rolls. Okay? And, oop, making a mess here. Alright, so let's see, number 4. Now, let me see, what did I use? Let me use this. You could use 12, 10, whatever. If you're making a wreath and you want to do a ruffle, but you don't have anything to put to cover that pipe cleaner. Let's say the pipe cleaner is a color that's just like, you want to hide it. This is something that you can do. Hold on, let me do this again. Okay, let's use the blue. Okay, I think I've only done this once before, because I usually always put stuff over my pipe cleaner. An ornament or a flower or something. Let me do it again. It's helping my brain doesn't want to adjust to this stupid mat being upside down. Okay. There we go. So I think I did 10 inches. That's good to show you. And anyway, I just cup the center to where I make it into like a little bubble. And I grab a little extra on each side. And then I take the pipe cleaner. Which, let me cut this one right here because I'm going to bring it extra. It's almost like you're making those little ghosts. You know, I remember when I was little, we used to make little ghosts out of material. Okay, this is a smaller version of what I already have on here, but it at least gives you a general idea. So you just stick it in there, like so. This pipe cleaner, if you're using a work form that already has the pipe cleaner, you just tuck it under, and then the pipe cleaner that you used to make it, you just wrap it around. And then you adjust it, and once you have them all on here, it actually looks cute. It's kind of awkward looking right there, and then you want to cut your phrase. But it does look cute. It hides your pipe cleaner. I really like that one. But like I said, I normally don't do that because I usually always put something over my pipe cleaner. And the last one is the one that I saw that I really like, because if you do buy your mesh at the dollar store, a lot of times it frays really easy. And I did see how Hardworking Mom, she showed how you just fold in the edge maybe once or twice. Let me turn it this way. And then you go ahead and scrunch when you're doing the ruffle. I'm using a really small piece. And then this side you just fold in twice. And on a bigger piece it would be a nice ruffle. But that's a really good hack too. I like that because when I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, some of the meshes that I had were fraying a lot, and that really solved the problem. So anyway, that's just 5 tips I have for you if you're having issues and you're in a bind and you're stuck with some 12-inch mesh, or if you have 6-inch mesh and you really need 10, just a couple of things you can do. So I hope you can join me later when I go and do my live. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an Easter wreath. I have 3 actually I wanted to get done. I don't know which one I'm going to do live. It's the Easter wreath or the unicorn tutorial, or finish up my I had from the live I did last night, the welcome y'all wreath. I had some ribbons that I cut because I was going to do a mesh wreath, and I ended up doing it on the grapevine. So I have all this ribbon I want to use. So hope to see you guys later. Bye bye.